So with season 2 coming sort of close to an end, we're all kind of just waiting around for season 3. And if you guys have been on YouTube at all, you've seen quite a few videos popping up about season 3 Ask, Wishlist, stuff like that from like Fighting Jam, Moonsault, those kinds of guys. That's the ones I watched. And one big thing that I think we can all agree for season 3 would be that stuff like this really needs to go away. And I think the things that I want to be going over today are just heat in general, like when you get it, when you should get it, pros and cons to getting it, to popping it, to using heat smashes, and the ability to no longer bound via using heat into tailspin or while already in midair. And we'll be going over these examples in the video now. Now, obviously there are quite a lot of things people are wishing for season 3, but I kind of want to talk about more of like a casual's perspective, as I am only Tekken King with 2 characters. And then I would also love to see what high-level players think about where casual Tekken is, and if our opinions do align, or if I'm wrong, or if I'm complaining too much. So I think when it comes to heat, I really like Tekken 7's ability to only get these certain things via a certain health threshold. I know there have been discussions on earning heat, but I think that mechanic is there's just too many intervals that can come into play here when it comes to poking, grabbing, gray health moves, non-gray health moves, blocking, attacking, getting combo, doing combos, those kinds of things. When it comes to building heat, there's too many little intervals. In Tekken 8, you have 200 health, as you can see right here. I think, just like in Tekken 7, you should get heat, your rage drive, via a certain health threshold. So I think like once you get below 70, 80 health, then heat should become fully available to you just like this. Obviously, there'll be no regenning heat moves, stuff like that. I think that this also needs to go away. See how my heat bar just isn't moving? That needs to go away as well. But you should only be able to get heat via a certain health threshold. I think that would be perfect. And if you choose to pop it, that's fine. In Tekken 7, you lost your ability to rage.
Wow, the Oki! Oh, it finishes the rage drive. Oh, it gets the mix-up. Ra! Karama!
I don't think that should be a thing. I think that in Tekken 8, if you choose to do any sort of heat dash move or your heat smash, your rage art should no longer be armored, because you have already opted to use a very solid get off me tool. You should no longer also have a fucking armored rage art that also does more damage, or sometimes as much damage, as a heat smash. So I don't think it's bad to have a rage art as well, because if you wanted to like ultimate big comeback with, you know, popping your heat into a heat dash combo that gives you rage, like that can be pretty fun. Like, say you wanted to do something like that for like a comeback, I think that that's fine. I mean, you've exhausted all your resources, but I think that would be fine. But no longer using rage art as an armored move when you popped heat. I think it goes obviously vice versa. If you choose to use an armored rage art like this one, this no longer armors. I think that would be a nice way to do it. And now let's go talk about combos and heat, and using heat moves for combos and stuff like that, and heat bound. Let's go talk about that right now. The issue is getting rid of these like egregious super strong tailspin moves, because I just don't think that anyone deserves these tailspin attacks that lead into a heat bound. Because even if you like look at any combo with a Hachi without using this or using this to bound of heat, hunting hawk, Heihachi still gets quite a shit ton of damage off just a double electric. He gets above 80 damage on all of his electric combos, right? Now, Jin has one of these things that I especially really hate, is using heat to just bound while in the air. Like, this is stupid. Like, he shouldn't be doing that, right? I think we all know that in general, like using any of your tailspin moves to bound with heat is fucking stupid. Because as you can see, even without a heat bound, like on Jin, I I still get very substantial damage. So I think that all in all would be a great way to generally reduce combo damage. The other big question I think a lot of people tend to have is, should you be hitting less? Like, should the gravity, you know, where you start to attack and they start to go too far away, where you don't get that like last hit during a combo, should that be increased, meaning that you would get less hits in the air? Right now we've removed bound with heat. Let's see what's a decent combo I can get without a heat bound. Should you be getting like 10 hit? People, I mean, almost anyone can get a 10 hit combo off a launcher. Should it be 10 hits? Should it be something like 7 hits maybe? Now, I'm not one of those people. I think that I like the combo length in Tekken in general. I think that it's fun until you start bounding with heat. I just think that like a good middle ground would be as soon as you get launched, right? The first damage can remain the same. The first bit of damage that you take while in the air is fine. I think after that, they could just increase the multiplier that they currently have to reduce the damage. Like they take a percentage off every time you get hit while in the air. I think that can get reduced, right? I think that would be like a welcome change for the game. So you still get to do your regular combos minus the heat bound, but you still now you take a bit less damage while in the air. So not only I won't get wall to wall with Jin here, but I'll also do less damage. Now we'll come to someone like Reina, who Reina is a character, in my opinion, doesn't really need heat bound to get good combo distance, because this combo is a combo that I've been doing for a long time and it gets me very like good mileage. Right, I got you wall to wall with no heat for almost 100 damage. Is it a gravity situation? Should she not be able to get that many hits? Or should she be able to get that many hits for a fun wall-to-wall combo, but it does way less damage? Like that would do something like 65 to 70 damage instead of almost 100. Should it be something like that? I think keeping the combo length that I showed before is perfectly fine, but cutting the damage down while in the air is, I think, the best result, the best situation to have, while also removing the ability to bound via in the air or from tailspin with heat. And if you did want to pop heat, I think it would be best if you could only bound with heat while you are already bound, because you're already bound via the bound, right? So if you were here, now you can bound. So we'll move on to Heihachi here, because I think it's a good example to use him for heat for this. Is, should you be allowed to bound with heat via their back being on the wall while they have already been tornadoed, like this example right here? Should you be allowed to bound when their back is on the wall to get, because they are characters like Heihachi and other characters that get heat specific moves when they're at the wall that do more damage, just like our favorite flyer boy Devil Jin. So should you be allowed to do that? That's the question. Or should it only be you get to do the bound via the tornadoes, so you have to do something along the lines of this? Because I think that also comes in line with, like, if you are here, there are a lot of times you're at the wall where you do block something or you do get like a wall splat. Should you be able to do that? Because now he's been tornadoed there, right? He's been tornadoed, so he's tornadoed with his back to the wall. So should you be allowed to pop heat there or not? So I think it's okay if you wanted to use like a move to send them to the wall, and then run up and pop heat and use your stuff so that you're able to apply that heat pressure out the wall, and to get specified heat moves like this one that certain characters have while in heat, like Heihachi and Devil Jin. Those are the characters that I have on top of my head as an example. So yeah, let me know what you guys think, what your opinions are on heat bounding and the gravity, and if you prefer gravity, less gravity for less hits and keep the same damage, or keep the gravity that we have and do more of a multiplier so we have less damage while getting hit in the air. What do you prefer? Or if you just like how the game is and you just prefer that we get less general tracking and realignment and we get a step better. Let me know what you guys think. But yeah, I'm excited for season 3. I hope it brings something worthwhile.